Hello, welcome everybody, wonderful community. In this video, we are going to be learning one of the key principles of DJing, which is crowd management. Yes, from the brief intro you've clearly seen in this video, you must have felt one particular kind of feeling at this very stage. What exactly is the feeling that you got? You got this feeling of continuity, but all of a sudden I just got it. Yes, this is a simple crowd management principle that you need to be aware of when it comes to DJing. Yes, your ability of giving your audience an expectation, because you need to master it. Mastering this requires a level of practice and seeing what your audience are doing when you are playing a particular song. This is where this DJing concept comes into play. Your ability to scratch, your ability to play drum, your ability to do a host of things, just like what you can clearly see in this video in my channels. Yes, the essence of putting all these things together into this mapping is to ensure that you have this thing done seamlessly without any extra effort. Your attention is on your track and your audience. You don't need to be worrying yourself about the mapping again. So what are these key things that you need to be working closely with? Yes, you need to understand your scratches, just like we have the combination of letter A and this, which is for the left deck, and then combination of the letter A and this for the right deck. You must have seen me do this several occasions in my videos. And then you have your break, which is this, the open bracket. Then you have this one to load track. Then you have the pitch up. If you want to increase, you use if you want to move to make sure you beat match, you use these arrow keys. Then you have your control P and this for other stuffs again. Then the list is endless. Then you also need to have the ability to manage your sound effects. Yes, sound effects matters a lot because you need to have a loaded compound effects that you are using that will easily blend into your event. This is the problem that a lot of DJs are having, because they think DJing is just playing one track to another. At the end of the day, they cannot use this sound effect. They don't have any tangible collection of sound effects to use. That is why I have a host just like this.
Lockdown. Well, here's a DJ that's got the jams on lock. DJ Don Genius.
So this is why you need to have very powerful sound effects that have that sense of command, like these ones I'm using here, just like this again. Okay. So little sounds like this play a long way in making your DJ mix connect with your audience. Let me tell you, that track you are playing, they must have listened to it over and over and over again. But what is it that will keep them attracted to you? Is these small things that you see me do. That is why for my own case, I don't joke with these things. I keep talking about it here on my channel. Some people take it as if it's not something really serious. Don't worry. By the time, these are some of the secrets that some of these big DJs are using to make sure that they get their audience grip into their finger, grip into them. That whenever they are coming to perform at any event, you see audience rushing. Yes. Small things like these are things that you need to master. And the process of saying you want to start putting up these things together, it's not really easy. I can confidently tell you from a personal experience, it took me over 6 years to put some of these things together. But see, you are getting it at a very, very good offer, which I believe if you just invest little time within the shortest possible time to follow the instruction that comes with these things, before you know, you'll be good at it. It takes nothing. See, anything you see you want to do in this life, you are not willing to put in your effort into it, your time and your money into these three things. Let me tell you, just forget it. I don't sugarcoat things here, I say it as it is. So you need to be committed to some of these things if you really want to be good at it. So I believe you learned something in this particular video. So I'm going to be dropping more. I'm breaking this mapping down slowly as time goes on. These ones are for your chop, your letter T. You have this, your W, to start the song on the left deck, and you have, the Q to start the song on the left deck. And then look at it, I'm going to tap on it, see? You can see. Then for the right deck, look at it. So all of them start at a particular cue point. You need to learn how to set cue points. I have videos on that. These things are very, very important because you cannot be starting the song anyhow. So making yourself valuable as a DJ matters a lot, because how you start the song plays a long way in how audience will get captivated by it. So little scratches that you get to see me do here. Let me take for example this. Instead of just dropping the song like this, you can play around with it using your hot cue or something like this or something like this. So it gives that real vibe that somebody is in control. This is why the AI environment cannot take or come into the DJ world. It's a reality. because here you are dealing with human feelings, and AI does not have that capability to listen to human feelings. Yes, it's robotic. These things are not robotic. So this is it. You can have this like this again. That is another one. Then if you want to do maybe some kind of freestyling in scratches, you have something like this. Just the way you do on your controller. So these things are unbelievable. You have your smooth transitioning. Maybe you want to start a particular track like this, then all of a sudden switch to this other deck. You have your letter G or letter B that will do the job for you. Look at it. So you can see what just played out now. Just a single tap on the letter G, it stops this one and this one automatically starts. So both decks are already set on cue point, and you need to understand how to read your wave. Counting of beats also matters, because most of the time when you are playing song, let me tell you, your audience are counting this beat with their footsteps, that sometimes if you are a DJ, if you are not paying attention, you don't notice it. So they are following the rhythm of the beat. So that means everything you are doing, you have to be mindful of the rhythm of the beat you are playing. The next track you are bringing, the next track you are taking away, or whatsoever you are doing on the track, your scratches must be on point. And these things comes with practice. They are not things you do overnight. And the basic foundation of this is understanding music structure. What are the things that makes up every music? You have your sound, you have your beat, you have your melody, then you have your vocals. Then you have key element that makes up every sound. You have your BPM, you have your pitch, you have your host of other things. So I'm putting up more in-depth guide for some of these things that as time goes on, I'm going to make them available for you guys, so that you get to appreciate what DJing is all about. These things are very, very powerful, that yes, by the time you invest your time into it, you'll be happy that you do that. And I'm sure by the time you go further, people will begin to appreciate what you're doing. That is where the real concept of DJing starts. And you begin to look at the aspect of branding your own yourself as a business, because these things are business. Yes, you have to be willing to invest money into it, because nobody will go and invest money in another person's business. So if I never invested money into myself, I don't think I'll be giving you guys the kind of value I'm giving here. So that is the bitter truth. So you need to be committed to it. It might cost you something little to start at the beginning. Then as time goes on, you begin to grow. Everything you are doing, you need to prepare for it. So if you take it for granted, it's going to take you as a joke too. So we also have our cut here. You can see it's filtered down. You have your F, which is full. Then when you go further, what else again? You have your loops. Let's say for example you want to loop a particular point. Just the way you see me, I loop most of my beats. I loop it for some particular reasons. Let's say for example you want to be reducing the loop and be increasing the loop. Look at it. You want to reduce it 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. So you can see just this little thing I did, it gives it another completely new vibe. That tells you how powerful the DJ devices are. Then if you want to increase the loop, you begin to take it again. 1 2 3. So you see as you are tapping it here, you'll see the whole stuff is going. So let me reduce it again. So another key thing you need to be aware of is, you see this tiny element that you get to see on your virtual DJ. You have to learn how to turn them off. These smart loops and smart stuff. When you click on it, turn them off. This smart loop, turn it off. This smart cue, turn it off, because these things will begin to make a whole mess of your DJing. Turn them off at every point in time. This one too. This is reset. This one you don't have problem with this. This one will help you reset. Then you see this very point too. You need to learn how to turn them off. You can make your master tempo, maybe this one should be the master tempo, or this one, anyone. That one is not really an issue. The essence of tempo is to make sure that you have a synchronized BPM. You have the same BPM on this side and the same BPM on this side. In the event the tracks are two different tracks, then you have your pre-listening. This PFL is for pre-listening purposes. That means on your headphone, this is the deck you are going to be listening to. This is the PFL. This is pre-listening feature. You can highlight the both of them, or you can make it only one. It's another concept that those days people who use big controller uses them a lot, but these days things have gone further. People don't worry themselves again. And when you are practicing, please take note of one thing. You need to understand the latency feature that is available in most of these DJ appliances. You need to learn how to work with them, because there is always a little time frame that is delayed between the time in which you are seeing this wave, this sound here, and the time in which these sounds are going out to your DJ appliances. This is why I always advise avoid using Bluetooth headphones if you are going to be practicing or if you are going to be playing, because you are going to be having issues when it comes to using Bluetooth devices. That's why you see most of the time when you see me when I'm just using my keyboard and I'm not connected on any device, I prefer to use wire, because wire have low resistance. So the resistance on wire is not as high as that of ordinary frequency wave, because when you are just using radio frequency devices like all this microphone, all this stuff, they have some kind of delays depending on how the device is set up. And when it comes to stem features, you have to be very careful. Some people's laptop is not strong enough to carry stem feature, but you want to force it into it. When you keep forcing it, you continue to have problem. That is why I don't talk much about issue of stems in my videos, because I understand the complication that comes with it, especially for beginners. This is why even some big pro DJs are struggling with it. A lot of pro DJs are struggling with stem features. So if you are just starting, I advise you to stay away from that stem feature for now. I have other ways where I have a video where I talk about how you can generate stem feature from natural track, which you can start from. You are using a laptop that is struggling. This DJ device, this DJ software that you are seeing, it takes a lot of power. It consumes a lot of power energy from your system, your RAM, and a lot of things. So avoid the stem feature for now if you can. If it is not necessary, please avoid it. So another key thing here is when you come to reading your wave, you need to understand how to read your wave. When I come to this scratch feature,